Me and Wesley out for the night. Me and Wesley, we get into a fight. Wesley knocks out the bouncer. I accidentally hit my missus. And we end up spending a night in the cells. He's a dangerous boy. He's a spicy man. He's a spicy girl. He is all things and everything. He's up, he's down, he's left, he's right. He's a man, he's a woman, he's a lobster. And he's everything in between. He's a bitch, he's a lover, he's a child, he's a mother. He's Wesley Snipes. He's my psycho sidekick. My psychic psycho sidekick. And I love him. For reasons, I guess. Guys, what day is it today? Fucking hell, Thursday. Okay, 2 minutes past 10 on Thursday. And just sort of get myself into the zone, get myself into the mood, into the vibe, into the
lobsters,
into the a bit sore actually. Back at jiu-jitsu yesterday for the first time in a couple of weeks, and it's what you notice when you don't do it for a couple of weeks is that you're not in constant pain just walking around in the daytime. Your joints don't hurt, your back doesn't hurt, your neck doesn't hurt. And then you're like, oh God, I've been so busy. Get back to training, get back on the mats. And then, you wake up the next day and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. You just have to live in a world of pain, a world of suffering. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we do this? Anyway, what's going on? Who's in the house? What's going on? Nicky Mace is in the house. Squiff's in the house. Joe Waits is in the house. Jenna Hitchmuff's in the house. Reece Mosson's in the house. Gordon Price is in the house. Matic is in the house. Keepo 1, 2, 3 and 4 is in the house. Tell me what kind of house you're in. Townhouse, country house, Wendy house. Are you in the office? Pretend it's a house. Pretend you work from home. Imagine it. Imagine you work from home. Imagine you get up every 20 minutes, go and look in the fridge and go, yeah, still nothing in there. And then just go back to work. It's a kind of existence, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and just flowing out of your soul, just polluting your aura, turning it into a muddy, dirty brown, like a river full of detritus from a local sewage plant, and just polluting the environment, toxifying the countryside, and just fucking shit up, man. Just fucking getting at it. Hey, listen, guys, there's people working on the roof. Men. Hard men. Outdoors men. Men with big, thick hands. Saw one of them earlier, had a black eye. Don't know what that was for. Probably just fighting stuff. Maybe that was the bouncer that Wesley Snipes punched in the face last night. I don't know. Anyway, what I do know is they're making a bloody racket up there, so just... if you hear a lot of banging and crashing and swearing, they use coarse language, don't they? You know, the tradesmen, they're known for the coarse language. Oh, by fucking it, not the button, my pan a pint, pan a pint, pan a snake bite, pan a pint, peanuts. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, right, come on, who's in the house? Real Akeem, old house. Jenna Hitchmuff, council house. Nice. Rocking towards that right to buy scheme. Reece Mosson is in the office. Shame. The very shame. Matic burning down the house. Alan Lomas in the shed. Julian in-house. People listening in America. Lovely stuff. LTEX here. U-Man's here. Lobbies. Lobos. 3-bed, end of terrace in Cardiff. Lovely gardens. Gordon Price there. Wow, he really is living the dream. God bless you all. Gosh, all manner of bits in today. Some good stuff. Let's get the old doodad up. A-dibby-doo. A-dibby-doo. Oh, come on. Yeah. Owner says Camel loves drum and bass at Brighton event. And who are we to question her? She says a woman has received abuse for taking a camel to a rave. She said the animal enjoys dance music. I would say that she looks like the sort of person who knows what's best for an animal. You know, she loves it. She loves drum and bass. Yeah, she definitely looks like she has the animal's best interests at heart. What rave is this? Is this in Hove Park? Don't know. Okay, this is the camel used for the film Aladdin. Wow. I wonder if it was the Pornhub version. Dick. She was spotted walking through the crowds at Land Beyond Festival in East Brighton Park. East Brighton Park? There's no such park, East Brighton Park. Is that Hove? What? East Brighton Park? Pfft. Fuck off. Anyway, campaign to change the name of Fire Ants to Spicy Boys gathers pace. Good news. It's taken far too long for this issue to be dragged into the public eye. Damn right. This is what we should be getting behind. Again, let's just forget about war. Let's forget about climate change. This is the important issue. Spicy Boys. I think we can all agree. Man leaves rucksack full of drugs on tram. Silly boy. Florida couple uses alligator for gender reveal party. Nice. Just exercising their... What is the amendment in the Constitution about using alligators? Seventh Amendment. Just exercising their Seventh Amendment right that all Floridian couples should have the right to use an alligator in a gender reveal party. I think that's how it is. Unapologetic goats. Goats say sorry, not sorry for delaying trains from Kentish Town. Goats can't spell, though, clearly. Dickheads. A discovery of ancient cannabis stash reveals the secret of the Stoned Age. Nice one, Jasper Hamill.
Steady job.
Forget it. Stoned Age, when humans first smoked the herb. 2,500 years ago, apparently, in ancient China. Damn. They were just getting high as a motherfucker. Romanian arrived in UK on Friday, stole on Saturday, jailed on Monday. Not sure that was what the Craig David song was all about, but who knows. Flying drone grenade as the future of airborne weaponry. Cheers for that, Jeff Parsons. This sounds absolutely fucking terrifying. And it just sort of looks exactly like you would expect. Oh, yeah, of course. What? I can't believe... Shut up there. I can't believe why you would... This looks like something out of Worms. Like out of Worms 3D. It is, for anyone who's just listening, it's basically, if you imagine a giant bullet about the size of a water bottle, and it's got sort of a little drone copter thing on the top. Yeah, so you imagine it's probably got a camera in it, and then you could just drone it along, hover it, and then when you're in the right position, you just drop it. That's truly terrifying. Somebody deep-faked Mark Zuckerberg and Kim Kardashian. I did like the Onion thing where I was saying that it was barely even wankable, but I tried, and yeah, I did it, got there. It was, you have to test yourself sometimes. We've been through this before, like you can't just you have to keep testing yourself when it comes to, onanism and that, hairy-handed workouts. You can't just be going straight on a Pornhub and looking at things that are sexy. You got to test yourself. You got to push yourself. Sometimes, otherwise you get complacent, don't you? And then it's boobs and stuff. Come on, man. Deep faker Mark Zuckerberg. Try cracking one out. Try cracking one out to old episodes of Roseanne. Yeah? See how you get on with that, mate. Fucking hell. Deepfake technology became a talking point last year when a convincing video of Barack Obama was circulating around the internet. There's one of Rogan, of just the voice, talking about how he's going to get a team of monkeys to play ice hockey, or chimps to play ice hockey. And genuinely, if that was just on in the background and you weren't paying attention and someone didn't tell you that it was a fake, you would not know that it was fake. Like the Jordan Peterson one doing the rap, I mean, you can tell that it's fake. It's very convincing, but it's obviously fake. But this Rogan one, like, if you weren't paying attention to it, like, yeah, 100%. Like, so in a couple of years, or probably like where the technology is at, but we're just, not privy to the tip of the spear. Man, it's, it's going to cause some shit. Fucking hell. We are already living in Black Mirror. know if anyone's seen the new episode of Black Mirror. I've watched about 3/4 of the first episode. As far as I can tell, what Brooker is trying to tell us is that computer games make you gay. I don't really understand. I'm not really sure what the moral of the story is there. Anyway, cheers, Brooker. In terms of shoe throwers, what have we got? Oh, new Benny L. Yep, new JTR, Robbie T, and Echo B. Robbie T and Echo B going around their mums for teas, having some scones, eating some jam, having a bloody good time. Right, let's have JTR. No, new Benny L. It's called Vanta Black. Nice bit. Very Benny L. If you know what I mean. Which obviously you do. Don't be hesitant to smash that like button. If you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube. Just hurtle your finger towards the like button. Just absolutely smash it like it slagged off your missus. Seriously. Smash it like it ghosted your sister. Smash. Jerry's in the house. Ahoy, hoy. Right, so I'm posting a very important poll on the Facebook stream. The question is, inside! And your possible answers are the ride, the place, or the venue. Okay, so please get your answers in now, as it would be good to get some finality on this question. So you need an inflection at the end of it. Inside! Be interesting to see how that plays out. The place is hurtling into the lead with 100% so far. I guess if you're on YouTube, just post which one you think. 2 votes for the ride on YouTube. Important stuff. Thank you very much, Robin. £6.99 on the super chat. It says free Hong Kong. Fair enough. Free Tibet as well while they're at it. Or is this free Hong Kong buyer collects? I don't know. Whoa, Matic going left field with inside her bum. It's a reasonable answer. Wow, the landscape has changed a lot on Facebook. The ride now at 50%, the place 33%, the venue just 17%. Whew. Anyway, that was Vanta Black by Benny L. Nice bit of gear. That is that's a face-meltingly deep banger, if ever I heard one. Shut up, I swear to God, you lot up there. I will come up there and I will offer you things to be quiet. I will offer to buy you lunch in order for you to be quiet. I swear to God I will. Okay, guys, the news. Let's get into these Spicy Boys. Campaign to change the name of Fire Ants to Spicy Boys gathers pace. It has taken far too long for this issue to be dragged into the public eye. It's been a big week for petitions. First, hold on, how old is this? 5th of July, 2016? All right, well, look, let's just pretend I didn't read that. It's been a big week for petitions. First one, calling for a second referendum on the UK's membership to the EU, attracted 4.1 million signatures. And now another going viral with a similarly important topic, the rechristening of fire ants to their rightful name of Spicy Boys. It's 2016, there are 36 genders, Beyblade might now be an Olympic sport. Why aren't we calling fire ants Spicy Boys? The Change.org petition asks. Fair fucking question, man. Targeted at the First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, the petition has, at the time of writing, brought over 16,000 signees, with musicians and reporters around the world backing the campaign. Okay, I wonder if it tells you how many it sort of closed on. Okay, good. It closed on 131,000 signatures. You can still sign it. It's still open by the looks of things. Hillary Clinton, it has come to my attention that our Spicy Boys are being spread across the Instagram account of the presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. This is fucking hilarious. I'm proud of our Spicy Boys and their progress. I'm also proud. It's still being signed. People have signed it 6 minutes ago. Look, it's just going up and up. You can actually see it going up. Wow. Papurg is counting on you. Papurg Small needs your help with rename ants to Spicy Boys. Yeah, maybe later. Look, if you dream it, if you build it, they will come. That man got the bench dedicated to Easy E. Easy motherfucking E. Hey, I was thinking, right? There are loads of benches out there that don't have plaques on them. Wooden benches. What's stopping us just getting some engraved plaques and going around and just screwing them onto benches? Like, I'd quite like to do one for Harambe. I think that would be nice. Maybe even do one for Snips. I mean, he's not even dead yet, but I just feel like he deserves a bench. Do you know what I mean? It's like somewhere nice out on the seafront or something. Maybe St. Leonard's Warrior Square. Something like that. Yes. Anyway, a fire ant is the common name for several species of ant. In general, Solenopsis, little shit cunts, fire ants, just to put that out there. Though they also go by red ant, and in some parts, ginger ant. It's time we put an end to this confusion and all agree on the superior name. Spicy Boys. Yeah, you're right. It's taken far too long for this to be dragged into the public eye, one signee commented. The time for this fire ant nonsense to stop has come. Let's all just agree that Spicy Boys are called Spicy Boys and move on. We've reached out to the International Commission of Zoology Nomenclature for comment. Obviously, they haven't replied back. Will you bloody well keep it down out there?
Lobsters.
Just steady job.
Lobsters.
Jesus. Oh, God. Sorry about that. It's been a long morning already. What else do we have here, guys? Okay, look. City Boy. Yeah, City Boy. I bet there's going to be some sass. Oh, this is going to come with some sassy social media from the cops. Man leaves rucksack full of drugs on tram. A forgetful man left his rucksack packed full of drugs and a card with his full name and address on a tram. He's really helped the police out with this one, hasn't he? In a post on Facebook, police from fucking hell, Claire Reid, second sentence. In a post on Facebook, police from Bury South, Greater Manchester, shared a photo of the hall, writing alongside it, police appeal to reunite lost property with its owner. A poor individual has forgotten his rucksack while travelling on the Bury Met. MCR Metrolink have located the bag and checked for an ID to reunite the property with its owner and located 25 tablets, large amount of white powder, small snap bags containing white rocks, snap bags containing white powder and scales. Thankfully, the owner of the bag was helpful enough to leave his community payback card. Oh, fucking hell. That's such a, you couldn't even make it any more embarrassing that it's your bloody community service card with your name and address on it that is the thing that identifies you. Then again, what's not to say that someone stole that community payback card off him and has done this to stitch him up? Could happen. Is there any DNA evidence? Are there any fingerprints? Thankfully, the owner of the bag was helpful enough to leave his community payback card with his name and address. Unsurprisingly, many people in the comment section were not feeling particularly sympathetic towards the bag's owner, and quickly attracted hundreds of responses, most which are taking the piss out of the fella. One commenter says, "I guess it wasn't owned by a school kid who's missing his cookery ingredients." What? Another jokingly asked, "That's mine, would you be able to drop it off at my house, please?" And a third guessed, "That might stay in that property for a long time." One hopeful person commented to ask if it was a giveaway competition by police and asked the cops to please consider them. Bag was found just hours ahead of a big weekend of live music. It's a bit much. Live music Manchester with Noel Gallagher and Muse playing, as well as park life taking place. Chief Superintendent Graham Openshaw from GMP's Specialist Operations Branch, who's in charge of overseeing police at Park Life, told the Manchester Evening News, "Our aim is to ensure the weekend..." Why is he fucking Liverpool? "Our aim is to ensure the weekend is as safe and enjoyable as possible for everyone who's planning to attend Park Life. I'd recommend going to see Oasis and that fucking blur of shit." Right, okay. We are very experienced in dealing with high-profile events like this, and festival goers can expect to see police officers on the ground in and around the event. Smoke your mind! Smoke your mind! This roof was meant to be done months ago. Hey, do you remember? Do you remember I used to go on about how we were supposed to be getting new internet? Still haven't got it. This one's been holding out though. Yeah, that was when I moved in, they promised me it was going to be mid-January. Well, that didn't sound good. Gary, you up there? Gary, you up, mate? Gary. Don't know. Okay, Florida couple uses alligator for gender reveal party. Gender reveal parties seem to be really fun for the person/people doing it, but also getting pretty lame. Shut up, Stuart Perry! Oh, he's far and away my... far and away my least favourite lad, by the way. He's overtaken Tom Woods, and that is saying something. In the same way, planking, or saying YOLO, started out being fun, now it's just really ridiculous, and people are trying to outdo each other's gender reveal parties, making the announcements outrageous. Why don't you grow up, Stuart Perry? Why are you so triggered by gender reveal parties? I mean, literally, what, are you getting invited to them morning, noon and night? Are they coming across your desk every morning? Stuart Perry, we've got 72 gender reveal parties that we need you to cover. Literally, there's about one a month on that Bible. Yeah, and they're all pretty hilarious. Why fucking get over it? You're worse than bloody Jasper Hamill with sharks. Christ. Some have done some damn right stupid things to go viral, whereas the Florida couple are straight up weird for involving an animal in their reveal. You've lived the most sheltered life, Stuart Perry. Seriously, if this is like I've probably read now at least 100 Florida man stories, and this is freaking tame compared to one of them. This doesn't appear to involve any meth, anyone eating each other's faces. No one's been arrested. No one's stuck anything or hidden anything up their arse. No one's friend-zoning an officer. It's just an alligator biting something. I mean, for God's sake. But it wasn't the family dog or cat that was involved. It was child's rights pet alligator Amos. Look, if they own the alligator already, it's even less remarkable. Video of the reveal has been posted on social media showing Mr. Snappy, nice, in the backyard of... Oh, I thought the alligator was called Amos. Or was it Amos Snappy? Snappy the surname, okay. In the backyard of Florida couple Stacey Childs Wright and her husband Chad, according to 7 News Miami. Right, well, let's get into it. Fucking Stuart Perry, man. Swear to God. One of these days. Go on, he's going to bite it, he's going to bite it. Go on, bite it. Bitey, Snappy boy. Go on, Snappy boy, bite it. Bite the balloon. Come on, get him with a stick. God. Come on, Snap, Mr. Snappy. Snap that balloon. Yeah, it's a goal! I mean, fucking Nora. Gender reveal parties are problematic in and of themselves because we shouldn't be assuming a fetus's gender. Right, come on, let's play some freaking music to try and drown out upstairs. Joe Waits, Mr. Snappy, Hazard VIP. Nice. Build. Don't worry, just sounds like more Benny L sound effects. Shots fired. He just snips his bra. Incredible work. Woo. Patrick Brock's in the house. He says, whoop whoop, every day is a good day for beats. Shout out to Connor from The Brock. Be round soon, my brother. Big up Rankin. Cheers, mate. Imperial Lobster, the last track was Benny L. It's called Vanta Black. Hey, L-Tech, good suggestion. Get on some old current value. Maybe something 2012 era. Yeah. Running would do it. This is High Point by JTR. Alright, yeah, it probably is worth queuing up current value, isn't it? Just in case. Alright, that'll do it. Okie dokie. Right, guys, yeah, sure. Guys, hi. Steve Clement, hi. Anyway, where are we? Goats. Fucking goats. Unapologetic goats. Goats operate their lives by the Queen Mother's set of values, which was never apologise, never explain. Which is, I quite like that as a way to live your life. It does slightly honk of royal family privilege, but yeah, I should go. Why not? Hold on a second, what's this? Couple with 40-year age gap still together with happy sex lives. Right, this is way better than the goats. Come on, let's get it on. Let's get it. Sorry, goats. There they are. Wow. Yep. Christ. Okay. He, not to be mean. He rather smacks of the TV programme The Undateables. Okay. Couple with 40-year age gap still together and having happy sex life. A husband and wife says they are happy as ever despite funny looks they receive because of their 40-year age gap. Edna, lovely name for an old lady, Edna Martin, 83, says she still enjoys a happy sex life with toy boy Simon, 44. Don't make me play current value. It's not much of a threat, is it? Who she spends the evenings cuddling on the sofa with like a couple of kids. Yes. Well, by kids, she just means anyone under the age of like 35. The couple got married some 14 years ago when she instantly fell in love with his impressive organ. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, all right. The couple got married some 14 years ago when she instantly fell in love with his impressive organ skills. Cynic said the great-grand... Fucking Nora. Right. Okay. Impressive organ... Impressive organ skills. Cynic said the great-grandmother was looking for a naive toy boy. But they are as happy as ever. She said with so I think she probably does have we're still intimate in the bedroom, as much as any couple in love. We'll often stop in the street and have a damn good kiss. I've never felt conscious of the age gap in public. I kiss Simon's neck and pinch his bum in the supermarket. He'll twang the back of my bra in the queue. We just do what two people in love do. Oh, there's his organ. Simon's impressive organ. Wow, let's go around on his ass there. Cheeky old mare. Oh, look at him. Well, she's got the mandatory old lady tissues in one hand, and she's just sort of toying at his tits, I guess. They have now renewed their wedding vows at their home in Weston Supermare, Somerset. In 2015, they developed their pet names Piglet and Piglet and Piglet. In recent years, Simon is an organist. Simon, an organist, is me, an organist. Me, an intellectual. Is regarded as a musical genius in local circles. He continues to charm Edna, playing her favourite song, Goodnight Sweetheart, on the organ. Wow. He regularly toured the country before type 2 diabetes and a kidney transplant forced him into retirement. Oh, Simon! Now he's just full-time snogging old birds. Simon, who suffers from dyslexia, dyspraxia, and Asperger's, only has to listen to a tune once before he can play it off the top of his head. It's a hell of a fucking skill. Unless it's jump up and it's got 3 notes. Come on, man. Edna, a grandmother of 4, added, "We love each other more than before. The love has grown over the years. It's absolutely wonderful." Sorry. We love each other more than before. The love has grown over the years. It's absolutely wonderful. Simon has had his health problems, and I'm getting older now. But do you know anyone who's getting younger? Fair point. Simon had a kidney transplant 4 years ago and has been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, so I have to feed him right. Oh. I have a push-along walking thing as I struggle with my mobility. But as one gets older, these things happen. We support and love each other. Life couldn't be better. Our love gets bigger and bigger all the time. You should see the size of his fucking organ. Edna, a retired engineer, who later became a secretary for a local theatre organ club, met Simon in 2013. Simon had never had a girlfriend before, so it was love at first sight. This is about as adorable as any love story gets, really. This should be on Jen's show for good news. This is so heartwarming. Oh, look at them, they're fucking adorable. That looks like it's from Pornhub, though. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh, bless them. I love them. I want them round for tea. I really do. I'll cook them anything they want. I'll make sure that whatever I cook is absolutely in line with his dietary guidelines for his diabetes. Jesus. Seriously, the low-carb meal is on me. Whew. Simon, who's never had a girlfriend before, said it was love at first sight. The pair bumped into each other at a concert as Edna welcomed Simon in through the venue's back door. Oi, oi. And then I very soon welcomed him through my back door, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about anal sex. Oh, Edna, you old dog. Edna said that when they first got together, people thought she was taking advantage of a naive toy boy. God, he's 40 years old. Simon, he's just over 5 foot tall, is shorter than Edna. He said, it was a concert at the Odeon in Weston-super-Mare, which had started by the time I'd arrived, so I went through the emergency exit. Ed opened the door, and it was love at first sight. She was standing there in a nice black suit. With her, when she opened her arms, we literally fell into each other's arms. Wow. I thought, she's a bit of all right. She would have been, what, at the time? 70? The pair exchanged letters and phone calls in the following month and would fleetingly see one another at organ concerts around the UK. But their romance was confirmed when they passionately kissed beneath Weston-super-Mare Pier. At the concert. Wow, I'm really pleased that they used the tried and tested method, the oldie worldy method of kissing a gal under a pier. That's a classic first kiss venue. Everyone knows that. Behind a bike shed, under a pier, in a phone box. Edna, who attended grammar school and worked as a civil engineer until retiring in her 60s, has children from a previous 37-year marriage. Simon with his organ. It's a hell of an organ, man. Her children, Lorraine, 59, and Russell, 57, have always been supportive of their relationship. Russell, who shares a love of computers with Simon, even sends him cards on Father's Day, pulls his leg by calling him Dad. Oh, this is lovely stuff. Recalling how they met, Edna said, "We both share a passion for organ movement and organ music and moved around in similar circles." Shit gets wild on the organ scene in Weston-super-Mare. It's a very, very sexy subculture. I think everyone involved in the subculture will know that. But a lot of outsiders, they would think it would just be sort of boring tea dances, a lot of doilies. oldie worldy stuff, but no, riotous, sex. It's basically the last days of Rome. I kept hearing about this funny little man named Simon Martin, and I thought our paths will have to cross at some point. Eventually we were introduced by a friend, and after a polite chat I kissed him on the cheek. Then he embraced me, and I said to our mutual friend, he likes hugs, doesn't he? I thought at that moment, I don't want to let him go. Before we were together, he would talk to me for 5 hours at night over the phone. And when he came to stay, he would play Goodnight Sweetheart on the electric organ every single night. I cried every time. I cried every time. Oh, I love them. I absolutely lovely. Clearly she is, Rhea Jones says, clearly she is impressed with his skill of both types of organ. But lovely to see that happily in love. Arnold Hedge, stalwart of the Metro comments, the couple got married some 14 years ago when she instantly fell in love with his impressive organ skills. Matron! Right, okay, good. I'm glad to see they've shut up upstairs, but let's have this Echo B track. It is on a record label, but it's called Leviathan, as most records are these days. Hey, I would have played Tour, but I'd bloody get myself arrested. Ah, Ciarán R, you absolute legend. Thank you, mate. I shall spend it all on weapons. Oh, God, for the revolution. And thank you, The Build. You're a fine gentleman. I think High Rankin versus The Drill might go down as... it's up there in D&B beefs, isn't it?
Destroy all communists!
Well, I'm glad you've all enjoyed Drillgate, because I've actually found it extremely triggering. Yeah, so Coffee and Memes, Good Times Gal, t-shirts coming very soon. Thinking about a picture on it of a sort of illustration of a lady saying something like, a couple more cocktails and I'll be ready to burn this motherfucker to the ground. You're damn right. Tobias, hero. Thank you, sir. Your contribution to Threshold. Let's not go unnoticed. Right, what have we got left up in here? Oh, that was Leviathan by Echo B. There was a Leviathan by Mean Teeth. Can't help but feel like Noisy have done a track called Leviathan. Right, 10 points to people who can name as many drum and bass tracks called Leviathan as I can. Sex Island, guys, you might remember. You might remember this from... this is... so, funnily, I found that if you... Jesus Christ, that girl's abs at the back there. Back left. Bloody Nora. Whew, sorry, I'm kind of getting a boner right now. Anyway, yeah, Sex Island. What thing I found is that I don't remember you remember that the episode I did called Mums Make a Porno. That's got like 10, 15 times the amount of views of any other episode just because of the title of it on YouTube. And it'll be like 95% of the views are from people that have not subscribed and have never watched a video before. Anyway, the other one with that is Tales from Sex Island from a little while ago. Anyway, that one seems to... well, it's just clickbait, basically, and that one's got a shit ton of views from people who must have seen the show and gone, what the fuck is this bollocks? Anyway, reported on Sex Island. Why on earth are they asterisked out the E in sex? Ravejungle.com. Pathetic. You should be ashamed of yourself, Rave Jungle. Seriously, you should be ashamed. Shame. Shame on you. Shame. 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 Anyway, Adam Beckett reports, Sex Island has been dominating headlines with their activity over the last couple of years, and despite the tremendous public backlash, why? The parties keep popping up all over the world. Why is there a backlash to people paying to go and do a load of sex with each other? Large percentage of the global masses are totally opposed to the happenings due to the makeup of the freak fests that are fueled by drugs, alcohol, orgies, and exotic prostitutes. I didn't realise they were prostitutes, with certified papers proving that they are STD free. All right. Well, okay, I can kind of see. Oh, hold on. Okay, well, let's carry on. Obviously, not everyone is opposed to the parties, clearly. Or their success would not be so prevalent. The first ever United States edition of the Good Girl Company's infamous Sex Island is scheduled to kick off its 4-day event at an undisclosed location in Nevada, starting on August the 2nd. And the recently released itinerary boasts a handful of racy activities for the 50 men that paid $6,000 each attendance fee. Thing is, yeah, even as a single man, if I was to go to something like this, at my age, and with my, like, I've got maybe 2 shags in me a day, at best, maybe not even 2 days in a row. I mean, I don't know if I'd get myself $6,000 worth. I think it's unlikely. Waste of money. The official website claims that each man that comes to the island will have access to 2 women of their choice to stick with them for the duration of the weekend. But they are able to trade girls with other men on the island to keep things exciting. All right, I'm starting to see why people are not that into this. Some of the activities scheduled for the desert resort party include topless tennis. Nice. Naked Marco Polo, topless horse riding. Okay, right, so it's like a nudist camp for fit people. All right, cool. And a sexual... Why are they asterixing out the E in sex on everything? And a sexual helicopter tour. What the fuck's a sexual helicopter tour? What, do you go up in a helicopter and do a shag? What's the what? I want to know. I have so many questions. where guests get to have sex while flying over the desert. All right, well, that's one of the questions answered. Okay. Other activities on the itinerary involve 1 hour in heaven, where each client gets to enjoy 20 girls at the same time for an hour. These things, like, okay, look, I'm like, these things are, they're like a teenage boy's dream, the teenage boy's fantasy or something. Yeah, and you get to go to this island, yeah, and there's just all these babes there, and they all just want to shag you, and you get to pick 2 of them, yeah, for the whole weekend, but you can swap them with the other guys, yeah, and then you go on a sexy helicopter ride. Hold on a second, didn't they talk about... They're a bit in Bottom, where they're talking about being reincarnated, and Eddie's like, I'd come back as a giraffe, so then I could see over the trees to see if there are any babes taking nudie helicopter lessons. Maybe this is what I was on about all along. Oh, Christ. Oh, I've remembered I haven't uploaded the next show. Oh, Jesus, I should do that now. Yeah, coming up at 11, our boy Constrict, with show number 3 of his Incidental Sonics that is now uploading. Sorry about that. Anyway, back to Sex Island. Come on. Yeah, right. So anyway, young boy's dreams. So then they're like, yeah, and then you get to have this bit, right, where it's called, well, they call it 1 hour in heaven, where all 20 of the babes, and you get to have them all for an hour. The reality of that is either you basically spunk in, like, I don't know, 25 seconds or something, and then what, you just sit around and have a chat for like half an hour and go, you ready to go again? Yeah, I reckon I'll do it again. And you get maybe 2 minutes out of the second round, and then that's it. There's no, like... They're not porn stars paying on this. There's no point in a porn star paying to go on this, because this is what they do for a living. Like, these are the normal people. Like, or you've got like 55 minutes of like trying to get it up just because it's such a, like, 20 girls all at once. Like, you wouldn't know what to do. You'd be like a rabbit in the headlight, and then maybe you're lucky to get it up at the end and just... I just think the reality is just very different to the fantasy. I think the fantasy is things like the sort of thing that you think about when, you know, the internet doesn't work and you've got to have indulge in onanism based on one's own imagination. God forbid. That's the sort of thing you might think of. Organisers of the event have stated that surprise performances from American and British pop stars will kick off the first night, followed by group sex on the stage. One lucky participant will get his entire trip refunded for winning the competition of having sex with the most women over the 4-day vacation. Anyway, look, they've got a whole itinerary here. Okay, let's get into the itinerary. 8 a.m. clients arrive at Las Vegas International Airport. They're taken by chauffeur to the hangar, blah, blah, blah. One client arrives. They will be greeted by the girls. They are pre-selected. They're taken to their room with the girls while eating fruits and snacks. 1 till 3, lunch. 3 till 7, guests can take part in various sexual activities, including strip tennis and naked Marco Polo. 7:30 till 9, dinner. 10 till 4 a.m, opening night holographic concert, complete with fireworks, secret performances by American and British pop stars, and the first night ends with group sex on stage. Great. Day 2, 9 a.m. till 11:30, breakfast. 2 p.m, lunch. 4 till 7, guests can take part in topless quad bike tours, topless horseback riding around the deserts of Nevada. 7:30 till 9, dinner. 10 till 2 a.m, Las Vegas casino and nightlife tour. Day 3, 9 a.m, breakfast. Day 12 p.m. until 5 a.m, 1 hour in heaven. For 1 hour, guests will have 20 girls in their room. Okay, so those, I mean, God, if you've got the last one, then poor 20 girls. Jesus. 2 p.m. until 5:30. 2 p.m. until 3:30, lunch. 4 p.m. till 8 p.m, sexual helicopter tour of Las Vegas. Clients will have sex in the back of the helicopter with their 2 girls. 8 till 9, dinner. And then still the day 4, lunch and breakfast, and you fuck off home. Wow. Okay, well, we're going to need to get a few more quid in on the Patreon, guys, if you really want me to go to Sex Island. And also, I've got to clear it with the missus. I don't think she's going to be that keen, if I'm honest. Now that I think about it, I don't think she'll be keen at all. So, Oh well, maybe next year. Right, guys, end of the show, end of the goddamn show. Just make sure that this our boy Constrictor's got to get his nugget on next. Yeah, coming up next, our boy Constrict with 2 hours of beautiful incidental sonics and 0% communist propaganda. So that's nice, isn't it? Just leaving me time to shout out the VI freaking P list, which, oh no, oh shit. Also, just to check back on the poll on Facebook, the question being inside, with the options for answering the ride, the place, or the venue. 63% says the ride, 25% the place, and with just 13% the venue. So I guess that has cleared that up. Right, good. So, guys, thanks so much to everyone that has contributed on the Patreon, and thanks so much to everyone who's contributed on the live chat today on YouTube. You wonderful humans. I love you dearly. The VIP list is as follows: Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, the BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief, Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, Ryan Glaser, James Parry, Dave Thompson, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squiffington, Liam the Menace Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, a guy with no STDs, Justin Mercer, MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Elton, Tyron Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dark Progressive Psytrance, actually Superior Drum and Bass, Nicholas Lawsey, Damon Rayner, Chris Bates, The Build, Carissa Barthelson, Odin Bates, Lee Fuller, D, Daniel Gemby, Flaxis, Alexander Cassidy, Matt Wright, Dylan Laws, Grant Sullivan, Tom Robinson, Greg Cornford, Grace Ellis, Dab, Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Mr. Happy, the German Trance Overlord of D&B, Racky makes up lifting vocal Psytrance under the Elders, Cosmic Waff, keep it cool, tall in the motor pool, but don't let you meet Loaf, Nick Brock, Mustang Philly, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Sam House, Hugh Downard, Sarah Hunt, The Hitchmas, L-Tape, Willay, Ben Virgo, Den Tweed, Lupe Salazar, Big Wodge, My Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon and Liz, Carl Williams, Tom Skipper, unfortunately it's George DC, and Anthony Sharp. I love you all. I will be back at 3 p.m. for Rankin's Records, and also around 7ish, probably between 7 and 8, or imagine, on the Rankin Radio Facebook page. Rankin Radio. We'll be back this evening. Jim is in. We'll be drinking booze, talking the tut, generally behaving badly for our themed hilarity of political incorrectness and general tomfoolery and discussion about jobbies. Anyway, now on Threshold.fm, Constrict with Incidental Sonics for the next 2 hours. Right, I love you all, and I will see you this afternoon.